They called it Resettlement Station 9, a cold metallic place orbiting the scorched remains of the Zyren homeworld. War had taken much from the galaxy, but for the Zyrines, it had taken nearly everything. Lieutenant Commander Alex Rourke stood silently near the makeshift refugee quarters. His armor was dusted with carbon, and his shoulders slumped from a mission gone wrong. But today, his weapons were holstered. Today, he was here for something else. That's when he saw her no taller than his knee. Large amethyst eyes blinked up at him. 4 fingers curled tightly around her mother's robe. Her skin was a muted shade of silver blue, glowing faintly under the station's artificial lighting. She looked scared. Alex crouched slowly, careful not to move too fast. "Hey there, kid," he said softly, unsure if she understood him. "Daw." Little alien girl tilted her head. Her eyes flicked to the item in his hand, a small plastic dinosaur, scuffed and worn, but still smiling. Alex had carried that toy with him through 5 campaigns. A charm, a reminder of Earth and what they were fighting for. But now, in this moment, it felt like it belonged elsewhere. He extended it. The girl hesitated, then stepped forward, tiny hands reaching out to take it. Her fingers trembled as they touched the toy. Then suddenly laughter, high-pitched, musical, and pure. It echoed off the steel walls like birdsong in a graveyard. Alex smiled. Then he heard the guttural growl behind him. He turned, and there she stood, the girl's mother. Nearly 7 feet tall, armored scales running from temple to chin, and those glowing red eyes, locking onto him like targeting lasers. Her clawed hands were raised, defensive, protective. Alex didn't move. He didn't reach for his weapon. Instead, he stood, hands raised gently. "I just ... gave her a toy," he said, voice low. She looked like she needed it. The mother's eyes darted to her daughter, who was now cradling the dinosaur-like. It was a treasure beyond comprehension. The growl softened, then something unexpected. She dropped to one knee and placed her clawed hand on the girl's shoulder. In the Zyren tongue, she said something Alex didn't understand. But he didn't. Need a translator. The mother's gaze shifted back to him, not with hate, not with fear, but with something closer to confusion. And maybe, just maybe, hope. Moments later, she bowed her head slightly. In Zyren culture, that was more than gratitude. That was reverence. Word of the event spread fast. To the humans, it was a minor act. A soldier gave a child a toy. Simple. But to the Zyren refugees, it was an earthquake in their worldview. The humans, the destroyers of fleets. The unstoppable storm of war had shown kindness. Not through treaties or politics. Through a single quiet moment. In the following days, more children approached human soldiers, curious, cautious. Some brought small trinkets, shiny stones, hand-carved figures as gifts in return, and the soldiers responded with rations, blankets, jokes, toys. But behind the scenes, not everyone approved. Commander Vasek of the Galactic Interim Council scowled as the footage replayed in his chamber. "The humans are manipulating them," he spat. "This is psychological warfare." "No," replied Ambassador Luma of the Terran. "This is empathy, something we forgot when we built our empires." Even the hardened Terran command back on. Earth watched the viral video of Alex's toy-giving moment, replayed across interstellar networks. It became known as the spark on Station 9. A week later, Alex returned to the refugee wing. He didn't expect fanfare. But the little girl was waiting. This time, she wasn't hiding behind her mother. This time, she ran to him, arms open. She had named the dinosaur Raythul, the Zyren word for hope that survives fire. Her mother stood nearby, flanked by other Zyren adults. No weapons, no fear. One stepped forward and spoke in broken Terran tongue. "We remember the destruction, but we will also remember this." Alex nodded, humbled. "We were told humanity is dangerous," the alien continued. "But perhaps you are dangerous because you care." Thus began something no diplomat, no general, no strategy could ever create. Trust, the toy was eventually placed in a glass case at the United Galactic Museum under a simple plaque. One act of kindness changed the fate of 2 species. And underneath, in smaller letters, the words of the little alien girl herself. He didn't give me a weapon. He gave me something better, a reason to smile again.